We're back.
Where we been?
2024, but we're on our way to 2025.
No, when this is airing, it is already 2025.
We're on our way to 2025.
All right, that's not the answer. Anyway, as you can see, we're picking up where we left off with the shenanigans. Guys, listen, we had been on a brief break, Thanksgiving, Christmas. Now that the new year has arrived, we want y'all to stay tuned because coming up for this very special edition of Breakfast, coming up on this very special edition of Behind Closed Doors with the Brookses, we're going to give you guys some vision as to where we're going in 2025.
2025 is going to be a new year, a new day, new adventures,
and new expectations. Stay tuned. We'll be back right after this. Welcome back, everybody. Excited to have you. We are here.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Happy New Year. It's been a good year so far. A couple days. I think maybe one day.
Right.
Welcome back to Breakfast. Why do I keep wanting to call it Breakfast with the Brookses? This is Behind Closed Doors. I have it right here, and I can't even read.
Yeah, it was a rough year. It's a rough year.
2024 was not a game. So, guys, real quick, we are not back. We are just back temporarily. Season 2 is coming up, and we're going to give you some dates. We need you to save them. We're going to be coming back with Season 2 of Behind Closed Doors. But, Cherie, we do want to do some vision casting. A lot has taken place in the 2 months that we've been away. Thanksgiving. We elected a president in the United States, or some of y'all elected a president in the United States.
We voted.
Yeah.
Yeah, we participated in the process.
That part. So
yes.
At any rate, lots transpired. Christmas, we took a quick break, went back to the U.S. for a couple of weeks, and we just wanted to come to the mic and share with you guys some things that y'all might want to know coming up for 2025. Come on back.
So today's episode, of course, the title goes away as soon as you said that, is Health, Adventures, and New Beginnings, Living Fully in Panama in 2025. So this year, we're changing the focus a little bit of this show, and we're going to be focused much more on health, adventures, and new beginnings, as I said. And so every year for the past probably 10, 15 years in January, we would always start off the year focused on our health in different aspects. From many years, we would fast the beginning of the year. But this year, we're taking it up a couple notches, and because we need to get rid of a couple notches in our belts. So
hilarious. So Cherie and I, many of you guys follow our story, came to Panama for her mental health initially, but one of the plans was to be able to explore Panama. So for those that don't know, we live in Panama City, and for those that don't know, Panama City, Panama is the only city in all of Panama, the country. And when we say the only city, of course, you have townships, you have different places that would be considered a metropolitan area to some degree, but they don't have the skyscrapers, they don't have the level of infrastructure. So when you hear people talk about, Panama's a third world country, they're not referring to Panama City itself, because it compares to the Miamis and the Dubais and a lot of different areas in terms of look and feel and different infrastructure. But we wanted to be able to show you guys some things outside of the city.
Right. So this year, we are going to get out in the country. We already have some trips planned, and we're going to take you along with us as we go to Boquete, as we visit some other areas. We're going to go see some rainforest, waterfalls, go to coffee country, and all that Panama has to offer. So we're going to take you guys on some adventures this year, and get outside of the four walls and take you guys actually out so that you can actually get a live view of what there is to do here in Panama, and tag along with us as we try to figure this out.
Yeah, speaking of tagging along, a lot of you guys we do know are concerned about things like, what's the food like? What's the food scene like? So we are going to be incorporating some food reviews. Like if we do stay and bring you a place in the city, the question becomes, what's the food like there? What can you expect? Not that we are food critics by no stretch, but we want to give you an insight. The cuisine in Panama is vast. Panama has a very basic local diet, but the international food cuisine here is amazing. And so we're going to be sharing some of that as well.
Right. So here in Panama City in particular, you can get pretty much any type of food that you want. And no, we're not official food critics, but I am a critic. So we will give you our true, unadulterated view, our perspective on the different places that we will venture out to and experience different types of food, different restaurants, give you guys some recommendations and things like that. But along with just, getting out in the city and exploring different restaurants, shops, places like that, like I said before, we're going to get into the interior and do some outside things. But the thing that's motivating us to take this journey, now we're moving into our second year here in Panama, is going back to part of why we moved here to Panama. Part of the reason why we moved here was for my mental health, but also was for our physical health. We knew that, moving to a place like Panama that has a vast array of natural fruits and vegetables that grow here, that the food is not processed the same way that it is in the U.S., and so it's much healthier, was for us to actually take the time to learn how to eat here, to be able to make some physical changes. Both of us had some not serious health issues, but we had some concerns health-wise that we're looking to eradicate through diet. And so we are on this journey now. So we'll be starting off. We will have started already when you guys are seeing this, where we're starting off with a juice fast, which is going to which is going to lead us into a lifestyle change where we are going to start cutting back on the amount of meat that we eat. We already don't eat a lot of processed foods as it is, but want to try to eliminate processed foods completely from our diet and just eat much healthier and eat off the land.
So when Cherie talks about eating off the land, y'all have to understand that is the Marine in her. I was in the Army. She always jokes that, we are not really tough. But here's the deal. So every year and we talked about this a little earlier, we've always kind of did some sort of, beginning of the year reset, whether it's been a detox. We've done 21 days of all juicing. We've done 40 days of nothing but juicing. We've done Daniel fasts. We've done just regular fasts. We've done no sugar detoxes and all the different things. Because of that, we kind of know what really works for our bodies. And what we're doing is now that we are, much older than we were during those times where we were that brave, we're trying to figure out what the exact combination that works for us as far as a lifestyle is concerned. So this is the first step of us investing in ourselves physically, because you guys have heard it, your health is your wealth. Every day that I get a chance to sit and look off of our balcony looks out to the Panama Canal. And in the distance, you can see the cranes. And beyond that, you can see the mountain ranges of the interior as you begin to exit the city. The challenge is going out there and actually navigating them. I need to drop some weight. Truth be told, by the end of 2025, I'd like to say that I've dropped 100 pounds. Well, that's going to take a process of me getting there. And it's not necessarily because I want to be skinny, because when I do drop those 100 pounds, here's what I promise you, I'm not going to be skinny. But what I am going to be is healthy enough to be able to navigate that kind of terrain, to be able to hike up Metropolitan Park, to be able to climb Ancon Hill, to be able to go to some of the beautiful waterfalls that Panama has to offer. But what they don't tell you, it might be a 3.5 mile hike to the Lost Waterfalls out in Chiriquí. You get what I'm saying? So once you get there, you still have to navigate getting there. And for me, my weight, my health, or the lack thereof is impeding me from that process, and I'm going to change that.
Right. And so, as I shared earlier, we want you guys to come along this journey with us. This is not going to be just, us going to tourist sites and things like that. we want you guys to join us on this journey. This year, 2025, is about our health and it's about wellness. And so as we make different changes, whether it's in our diet, whether, it's fitness, the things that we're going to be doing, we're going to bring you guys along, give you guys an inside tip with that. We want you guys to, give us advice because we all need some help. But we're on this journey to make lifestyle changes. We've done, intermittent fast. We've done all the things before, but we've never been consistent in really making it a lifestyle change in a long time. There was a period of time we were vegans for about 3 years. So we know, like Glenn said, what to do. It's just now getting back into the rhythm of doing what works for us. And we're going to allow you guys to be able to watch us transform over this next year. And that's our goal, is that by the end of 2025, we both will have transformed physically. Nothing crazy, but, we want to be healthier. And that's the ultimate goal. It's about health. It's not about weight. It's not about size. It's about us becoming healthier. Now, truth be told, that weight is going to be a part of that because that does contribute to our health. As, I've shared before, I will be 60 in March. And I want to be in better shape physically. I want to be able to move around more and be more physically active than I have been. I worked a job for many years where I was sedentary, and that's taken its toll on my body now. And so as we're here in Panama over this year, that's part of us taking these adventures, getting out and about, is being able to become more physically active.
So one of the other things that we're going to do, and we hope that y'all come along for this ride too, is that we have decided that now is the time for us to begin to look at what does it look like to invest in Panama. In terms of property. Do we want to buy a home? Do we want to buy a condo? Do we want to do an Airbnb? Do we want to do a long or short-term rental? Do we want to open up a physical business? And we want to bring you guys along for that journey. There are so many of you guys who are looking to leave the U.S., not necessarily to permanently relocate, but you're looking for opportunity. And we want to create some spaces. We've already started kind of this process a little bit, just taking a look and see what things cost. What are the financing like? Can you get finance? Do you have to be an expat to purchase? Can you, partner with some people? We're going to get into all of those things. We're going to talk to some professionals. And then we're going to take you guys along and take a look at some investment opportunities. We also may have some opportunities that if you guys are the right fit, we may be bringing some of you guys along to actually work with us as we decide to make some long-term investments. Obviously, we live here. One thing we bring to the table is that we're boots on the ground. And so if you are investing in something, it's kind of cool to know that there are people in that area. That's one of the biggest things that we've learned over the years. You don't want to necessarily invest. You have to be really careful of investing where you don't live, especially if it's real estate. So those kinds of things are on the table. And I'm really excited about it, Cherie, because as much as there is this political uproar, saber rattling, things like that that's going on in the U.S., there are some untapped potentials, opportunities, things here where with the right mindset, and if you're in a space to be able to execute, like it can change your family's dynamic in terms of some of the investment opportunities that we hope to bring to you guys.
Right. And so we're looking to look more into Panama. We've shared, kind of what our experience relocating has been here in the first season. We talked about, the ups and downs for us being here. We've talked about reasons why you may want to or why you may not want to relocate to Panama. But this year, we're going to get into the real day-to-day things that we'll be doing to improve our health, to, like Glenn said, how we can add value to the country of Panama, how we can invest in the country. One thing that many of you may know that the end of last year, we started our ministry, We All Need Some Help Foundation, and we do a Saturday morning offering called Breakfast and the Word. With that organization, we're going to also start doing some community service projects here in Panama. We're going to be putting together a missions trip for people that want to come here and do some service here in Panama. And so this year is going to be a jam-packed year, but it's going to be a real boots on the ground year. It's going to be an active year. We're going to get outside of the house and get out and do some things.
We are coming back and we will begin season 2 in a few weeks after viewing this. We certainly want to encourage you for now to consume all the content that we have produced. We have more than 50 videos of behind closed doors, different episodes where we've covered topics from healthcare to cost of living to, what is it like to live in the city versus in the interior, all kinds of things. And so we want to encourage you guys to definitely like, share, subscribe to the channel so that you guys can get the notifications. Make sure you ring the bell, but the notifications to when we post new videos. We're going to do a lot more live streaming this year, a lot more, just because we have found that it's been a really, really cool way to interact with you guys directly in terms of Q&A. But yeah, babe.
Yeah, also want to invite you guys that are viewing, if you would join, we have a membership available here on our YouTube channel where you can get more behind the scenes videos from us. There are some other benefits of that as well. If you want to support what it is that we're doing here, you can sign up. You can click the join button and join. It's a nominal cost to join to get some behind the scenes footage, to be able to interact with us more personally through that link. Also, we will be coming back officially for season 2 on January 16th. So January 16th will be the official start of the new season. But we, as Glenn said, encourage you to continue to watch the content, go back and review information that we've posted. If you haven't watched all of the videos, please go back and watch them. Please subscribe. Please subscribe, share this out. We appreciate your viewership. We appreciate your support over this past year, and we're looking forward to giving you guys more content here related to Panama. And also, we are going to be venturing out to some other countries, doing some other tours, other trips that we're going to show you guys as we go out on these adventures.
Yeah, somebody has a birthday trip that she is planning, and we're going to be discovering other countries. Last thing I do want to say, we decided that as we get older, life obviously is getting shorter. Nobody knows the day or the hour, right? But we all have to go by way of death at some point. Not to be morbid, but life is short. And we learned through the pandemic that it comes and it goes, and nobody is exempt. What Cherie and I want to do is, A, we want to live life and not let life live us. And B, we want to leave a legacy that says when people speak of our names, that transformation is associated with our name. That because you knew us, because you came on a journey with us, whether it's spiritually, financially, mentally, maybe it's from a personal development standpoint, like your life changed as a result of consuming some of the content that we put out. And here's the other thing. We know that this stuff is permanent. It'll long last. It will outlast our lives. And we want you guys to really be along for the ride. So I promise you, at the end of the day, here's what I can tell you. You cannot get to any place of significance by your lonesome or by yourself, because we all
need
need
some help.
Y'all be good. And we're gonna get this button situation worked out, and we'll see you next time.